gadget in his hand.
Well, good afternoon, folks. It's MountainMan here again. Didn't do any video this weekend because, I don't know, my dad came out. My brothers, well, my brother and the other one just slept all day. But we came out and we went wild, raked 90%, 80%, whatever, tons of weeds. But we still have a lot of work to do. But we raked them, gathered them all up, and put them in this barrel over here, and burned them. And I mean, we burned weeds all day. This 50-gallon drum here, and some on the ground, but it's half full with ashes. And not really hot. I thought it was still hot because I saw some stuff there. Thought it was smoking, and it still might be, I don't know. But we raked through, and we still have lots of junk from years of hoarding between my mom and dad. But a couple of raised beds I'm going to grow my garden in. But yeah, it's, like I said, when I said a general shithole, I meant it. But we hit it pretty hard. Got a lot of the shit raked up. And now I'm at a loss here for words, I guess, and for what to do. Because our trailer's full of junk. And I can't get down to the dump because everybody's at work and they have the vehicles. But I'm here. Gonna find something to do. Give you a preview of what I'm doing, kind of, once I figure it out. And I'm gonna get to it. There's the cat. That's KP, short for Kitty Purry. And she'll be running around here wild. You'll probably see her, but broken ponds, old fountains, just chaos here. Hopefully by the end of the summer I'll have some of it organized and figured out. So we'll see where that takes us. So while I was wandering around looking for something to do, I remembered over here in our junkyard slash storage area, I don't know, junkyard. Many old vehicles that don't run, don't work, that my dad won't get rid of. He wants, I don't know what he's doing, letting them rust into the ground. But back here's where I've tucked away my little mini house. But it's not really a mini house because it has no plumbing, no nothing. I just have little electricity, little room. It's more of a shed. Or it will be a shed. Right now I live in there. I have my bed, a TV, some electricity, internet, all that stuff. My computer where I edit my videos. But I built it. I live in there. And when I move out, or I find my own land and move to, I'm going to build a new one. Probably on a trailer on wheels, mobile home on wheels. And then this will be my dad's workshop, tool shed, whatever the hell he wants it for. But that was the rules. To let him agreeing to let me move here with that and build that here. I had to pay for it and build it all myself. Or well, he helped build it, but I had to pay for it. But when I leave, he gets it for his tool shed or whatever he's going to do with it. Right now it's kind of I'd say only 80% done. I have no sheathing on the side. I just have it skinned in with some OSB board. Inside I only have one wall drywall. It's all insulated. Shingles on the roof. Don't know if you can see them. Scratch. But it's warm. It's a place for me to live, a place for me to stay. Gives me my taste of tiny home living and gets me accustomed to it. I had to didn't even have to pare down, as they say, because I don't own anything. I borrowed a bed that was extra that my mom had from a bunk bed that she wasn't using the top bunk, so I stole that, put it in here. But I don't own any furniture. I have a TV, and that's the closest thing I have to furniture. No couch, no nothing. So when it comes time for me to build a mini home, all I have to do is build it and then put a little bit of furniture in. I don't have to get rid of stuff that I do own. And I will show you the inside eventually, but right now it's kind of a disaster. I have piles of laundry everywhere because I was going to do some laundry. But it's a nice warm day. No cloud, well, light clouds. It's warm. I don't know, probably close to 60 degrees in February. So we'll show you the outside. Looks about the same, all four sides. This one has the door, the window over there, curtains blowing out of the window, air conditioner because it's warm. And junk everywhere, garbage. I have to find a place to put all this stuff and a place to take it to get rid of it. But years of hoarding just filled up this little garage, this little carport, well, big carport. But I don't know, my dad didn't seem motivated to do anything with his house or yard until recently. After my mom died, then he kind of got a kick in the ass and something, and we're getting working on stuff right now. Last summer we did the tin there. You can probably see the tin, but we did the whole roof, redid the whole roof in tin, so now it doesn't leak down here, it doesn't destroy all this junk we have any worse than it really is. An old broken porta potty that actually came out of that van, which is like its own little mini mobile home, and I actually lived in this little van for a year while I saved up money to build this mini house, and it was rough. Cold, it's not insulated, it wiggles when you do it. One of the windows, and it has these windows here in the top. I don't know if you can see, you know, it's dark, but one's broke and they would leak cold air in the top. And I had a little space heater in there and my blankets, and it has a little bed, and I just stored my stuff in there and slept in there at night. During the day I was in the main house. I still go in there. I can shower in there and whatever. But like I said, mini house living doesn't seem like much to other people. They think it's crazy that I live in that little thing. But I moved out of a van. I lived in a van for almost 2 years. A mini house seems like a mansion to me right now. And sometimes I'll just lay on the floor and look up at the ceiling and thank that I have it. My dad was good enough to let me in here. I don't know. So I'm going to pay, that's why I'm paying him back by giving him the shed and cleaning his yard. Someday I want to get some solar panels and junk and windmills and charge controllers and inverters and all that other junk for that. And I want to move it off grid because right now it just has a power cord. Big wide extension cord that runs over there and plugs into a plug, and then the house is wired up, and I have lights and, like I said, everything, electricity. Just no bathroom. I might want to, I think I'm going to save up and get a composting toilet to put in there. That way I at least have that, so when it's winter time, there's a foot of snow on the ground if we ever get any, then I can go in there. I can just stay in there and use the bathroom instead of having to truck all the way through the snow and into the main house and make a bunch of noise because it's dark and slippery out here, especially in winter, especially when it's wet, because the rain runs down this gutter through all this garbage under this right here, and then pools right here. Becomes an icy pond in the winter and a puddle lake in the summertime, and it's horrible. Well, I sort of figured out one small little project I can work on. Every spring I have to cut this butterfly bush back with this giant pair of scissors head. So I thought, well, nice warm day before it starts growing again. Let's give it a good whack job and see where it goes. Oh, the damn thing gets stuck. The trigger gets caught down. But 2 seconds of work, and when it starts to grow, it'll fill in that bare spot there and look a little less shitty. But that's every spring I've cut that bad boy back out of the little pathway here so you can cut by without getting grabbed and scratched by the stupid thing. I don't know what, it's a butterfly bush, but when you cut it, it smells, it's got a really sweet smell on the cuts. But that's it. That's how we cut it. Okay, got it all swept up and cleaned up for the most part. I think the next thing I'm going to do is come over here, rake all this out and figure this out and do something. And then I'll probably work over there and try to get some grass planted where all them cat landmines are. Yeah, come out here and poop, and then they bury it up in a big pile so it's easy to clean for us. But I did a sample patch there last year, and this is what's left. Grew my grass, but so maybe this year I can fix it, get a little more grass seed in there, get it going. Because my dad wants grass, but he doesn't want to put sod in. So here's the front yard. It's going to be a real work, not much of a work job. I did a lot of it last year and got a lot of it kind of caught up, and this year I'll finish it maybe. And then that backyard there, that's the disaster. Because behind the fence, nobody can see it, nobody cares, nobody complains. Dad doesn't worry about it. Or I didn't worry about it, I guess. I started up in front, worked my way around the back. But I want the whole yard done. I just had to get the raised beds all cleaned up so I can get ready for them. Start planting here in a couple months. It gets real warm, officially warm. We don't have freezing cold nights and hot days. I don't know what it is about this time of the year. Who would have thought? Utah, greatest snow on earth. I haven't seen any this winter. Yeah, the weather's retarded around here. Starts off with like that, like it's supposed to be cold and snowy, but then here it is February, and I have AC on in during the day, around the back there, and the heater on at night. But I don't know. I like warm days. I just wish the nights were warm so I could plant a garden. But I'm just panning around here while I jabber away like a mental patient. So that'll be it. I don't know.